when I was younger, I would always absorb information like a sponge. So whatever I would watch, I would kind of take the information, even though it was bad information. I would take it and I would be like, okay, this is the answer. This is what, this is what will answer all my problems. So at the time I was watching a lot of women empowerment videos. I don't know what they would be called, but basically it was this lady that would tell me, if you really just want to have an easy life, find a rich man so you could settle down with, and you won't have to do anything. He'll give you everything. He'll provide everything for you. And I was like, okay, I want that. So then the advice that she would give me is give girls is go to clubs, go to bars, go to restaurants, go to parties, and find these type of men that can provide for you and like that can give you money. And so what did I do? I followed the advice. I would go to clubs, I would go to bars, I would go to these type of places to try to find, my husband. And so what I found was that these men were not ideal men, okay? They were just lustful and very much they would pressure you into doing things that you didn't want to do. They were obviously not looking for anything serious. So then I remember telling my brother about it. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I keep attracting these men that I don't want. I don't want this type of man. And so he was like, well, where do you find these men? I was like, the clubs, the bars, parties. He's like, seriously, think about it. Do you really think those type of men are looking for wives? And I was like, I don't know, possibly. I mean, if they're there. And I was like 18, 19 at the time. I did. And then I told him about what I've been watching. He's like, no, that's not the advice that you should be taking, and be very careful about who you listen to, because you shouldn't be listening to this lady. So then he proceeded to tell me that these were the environments where men were looking for experience points. So they were looking for experience with those type of women. And those type of women those type of women that goes to those type of places are women that just want to have fun. So when men are looking for experience, they're like, okay, what is the one place where I can find women who just want to have fun and aren't, trying to find serious relationships and might be down for just a one-night stand? Where are those places? Clubs, bars, parties, wherever. Those type of nightlife places. Duh, this is where they would find their experience points. If you were a man and you were looking for just having fun for the night and getting experience with women, where would you go? You would go there, right? So we can't be really mad at like men not wanting anything serious in those type of places, because that's not where you look for a wife. I love putting myself in a man's shoes, right? Okay, so if I were a man, where would I go to find a wife? It wouldn't be at a club. It wouldn't be at a bar. It wouldn't be at a party. Like, you have to really think, where would you find these type of women? You would find them at a library. You would find them at school. You would find them, I don't know, at a grocery store, shopping for stuff, at a bookstore. You wouldn't find them at no club or bar. My mindset completely shifted, because when I was listening to these ladies that were telling me to find a man, like these are the best years to find your man. Yes, although that is true. Like, you should still be open to getting to know men. I'm not saying get closed off and don't get to know any type of men. No, you should still be open to getting to know men, right? But in the right places. Start going to the right places, because you will not find your husband at the club. If you're going to the club to find a husband, you're not going to find one there. The type of man that you want, someone that's respectful, someone that's loyal, someone that's a provider, you're not gonna find him there. Let's say you do find someone you really like at the club, right? And you're just like, wow, he's really handsome, like I really like him, but he wants to be going to the club every weekend. You can't really get mad, because you met him that way. You met him by going to you met him at the club, you can't really expect him to not go to the club if that's how you met him. And it's the same thing with anything. Like, you can't, men want to change women once they're already in relationships with them. Like, for example, they want to get them to wear something different. And it's like, you literally met her. You looked at her Instagram and you saw that she was half naked in all her pictures. And now you want to change her all of a sudden? Like, that's not how that works. How you get them is how you lose them. So I would really recommend you go to places where you're actually going to find your husband, because clubs, bars, parties are not the places that you want to find your husband, and you're genuinely not going to find a good guy there because they're not there to look for a wife. If you find that the reason that you're going to the club is because you're yearning for love, the only love you should be yearning for is God's love. So if you're trying to fill a void, the only person that can fill that void is God. So I hope this video helped, and I hope it makes you realize that the club is not a place where you want to be. It's just super dangerous, or not even just a club. The clubs, bars, parties, those are not places you want to be in. Really rethink your decisions, because you can make a really bad decision and end up, I don't know, just in a bad situation that I obviously would not want you to be in, and God's watching as well. He wouldn't want you to be in that type of situation. So I hope you all stay safe, and I hope that you enjoyed this video.